guys, and welcome back to another episode on my channel. And I got like a quickie project really quickly, just using my new sewing machine, something that I actually have been wanting to do for quite some time, and that's to make some little baby pants for my little man. I bought some fabric actually so long ago, I'm not going to even tell you, it probably was over a year ago because we were still living. Yeah, it was a while back. We were still living in Alabama at the time, and it was right before Christmas because he needed some little warm pants just to kind of lounge around the house with. And at the time, for some reason, I could only find like these. Like if you have a boy, you probably understand what I'm saying. Normally you could just find like solid color stuff. No cutesy little fabrics and colors and things of that nature. Just a little boring, like eh. And it's something about my boy walking around with just his onesie on. Well, now that he's walking, he wasn't walking back then, but I kind of like to keep them covered, especially because if it is cool, you want them, the legs to be covered, but definitely when they're boys. I don't know, it's something about him walking around just in a onesie. I always like to put pants on him. So anyway, these are some pants that he currently wears now. These are a size 18 month, I think. Yeah, 18 month. So I don't really use patterns like talking about, to be honest with you. So I like to use some real life material to kind of make a pattern. And when you're dealing with pants, it's really simple. It's just two panels. You fold over the fabric and it's like two panels, and then you sew them together. Super easy. I'm not gonna lie and say how many minutes it should take, but I'm thinking no more than 15 no more than 15-20 minutes. But anyway, so these are the pants that we're going to use. So basically what you would need for this project is, of course, pants as your little inspiration. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. So basically pants, a fabric of your choice. This fabric is actually like a little piece of scrap fabric from some cloth diapers I made for him, but I have quite a bit left, so I probably can make a pair of pants with it. And I like it because it has like all these little comic-y type, super wow, boom, 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 and it's soft. It's like a flannel. The other fabric, of course, that's not the fabric. This is the fabric that I bought like over a year ago that I had planned on using. Just like a little doggy soft fabric. And he had a thing for Curious George back then, so I bought him some Curious George to make him some Curious George pants. The only thing is these are more like cottony. So of course with a couple washes they probably would become very soft, but probably not ideal for a project like this. So I know I'm not going to be using these, but for sure I'll probably use this fabric, and then if I have time, I'll do a quickie one with this, and then he can have cutesy little pants to go with his onesies when we're just hanging around at the house, because the weather here in Alaska, it's too cold to wear these outside of the house. But anyway, so fabric, probably some elastic, of course, unless you have another way. You see a foot, huh? You see this little foot? Why didn't mean to throw it down like that? But anyway, some elastic. This elastic is probably too thin. I could be honest with you. Unless you want to double it up and run it through twice, which I still think that's kind of crazy. But what I'm probably going to use is from that same project I had with the cloth diapers. I had some fold over elastic that I got from Tuesday Morning, which was super cheap. Joann's actually sold it, and then the same time I saw it at Joann's, I went to Tuesday Morning for something, and they had the same exact fabric. I mean, same exact stuff. And at Joann's it was about $7 or $8, and at Tuesday Morning it was $2. So you know I grabbed it, and it came 2 in here. Fold over elastic comes in handy a lot. You'd be surprised what you could use it for. But if I was to use this as opposed to this thin elastic, I would probably fold it up and just scooch it up in there, I think. Or maybe I'll leave it flat. But I mean, it has the elasticity like elastic. And then, like I said, I'm not going to use it for anything anymore. So I might as well it's going to be inside the pants, so no one's going to see it. Definitely thread, preferably thread that matches. But since I have fabric that's multicolor, I don't think it matters. I just happen to have a surplus of blue thread, so I'm going to use blue. And then, of course, scissors, duh. And, of course, your sewing machine. Or if you want to hand sew it, you're welcome to as well. So I'm going to switch to the floor and show you how I lay this out so we can cut out the fabric pieces that we're going to need. I'm probably going to make them a little bit longer and maybe make it a cuff, so that way I can let it out as he gets older, because it'd be nice. They normally don't get fatter babies, but they definitely get longer. So while I won't have to worry about the elastic waist, the length might become a problem when he gets a little bit older, and that way they can last a long time, or as long as the washing machine allows it to last. So anyway, I'll be right back as I switch to the floor. Okay, so as you can see, and I'm sorry if the lighting is kind of off in here, the sun has currently set, so it's a little bit darker in here than I would like it to be. But basically what you would do is fold over your fabric so that both sides are on the good side. I mean, the good side is facing out. And I just kind of position it in a way where I could place the pants over it. You want the folded side to go along the outside of the pants, like the out rim. The inside is what you want to be the open edge, I guess I could say it. So I'm just going to fold them over like this and then place it on the fabric. And as you can see, I could position it in a way where I could not have all this wasted fabric, so I could bring it in a little bit more. Like I said, these are super tiny pants. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. But that's probably a little bit better. I probably could even if I wanted to have a little bit of seam allowance, I probably could bring it in a little bit more. And I mean, really, with this much fabric that's left, blah, can't talk today, I could probably make a couple pants with this much fabric left. But this is really a good idea if you, of course, if you have a baby, or even if you're doing it for a baby shower gift or something, if you want to do something really personal. And especially if the pattern is something that's really big, you could even cut out like a piece of the pattern and put it on a onesie, so it could be like a matching top and bottom set. I think that would be really cute. So what I should be able to do, if you could see, is put this at the top up here, kind of cut around it, and then come down to the bottom of it and do the same thing. So because I can't get my angle in really good here, one way you can make it easier for yourself too is if you get some pins and actually pin it on the fabric and then cut around it. Like I said, you don't want to cut it the same size. You want to cut it with a little bit of seam allowance. So it's going to be a little bit bigger, and of course you'll just sew it in and probably have to adjust it or what have you, especially if you have your model with you, which I do. So I'm going to cut this out really quickly and show you what I have. Okay, I finished cutting out my pieces, and here is the finished product. As you can see, I just kind of mimicked the pants, with this part being the upper part and these bottoms being the legs. And so I'll show you really quickly how to assemble it. But since I went on and did one, I decided to do both fabrics. So he'll have two pants that I'm making right now. One is a little bit longer, and that was just because of the length of the fabric I had, and this one is a little bit shorter, but it'll still do the same thing. And if you wanted to go back and kind of clean up these edges just to make them a little bit closer to the edge, I have to give myself a lot of seam allowance, especially because I want them to be a little bit kind of baggy and roomy and comfortable on them, so they're probably a little bit wider than they need to be. I would probably say maybe like a 1/4 inch to, I wouldn't even say a 1/2 inch, but you don't need too much seam allowance, but you definitely want enough, you know, so we'll see how it goes. These cutesy little doggies, I love this print. So as a little bonus project, since I had a little fabric left over, one of these cutesy little doggies will be cut out and made into an applique for a matching onesie. I wish this onesie was a different color because I feel like the white with a dog on the front of it, I mean, it's probably going to come out super cute. If the dog was a little bit bigger, we'll see. And really, I don't even know if I'm going to applique it on or I'm just going to do like an iron-on type thing with it. I don't know. But this is just a regular, I think it's Gerber. Oh, just one U. Just one U? Just one U? Okay. Oh, just one. Okay. Bleh. Okay. Blonde moment. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was saying. I was like, just one U? That's kind of odd. Anyway, so I pinned these together just to keep them together. But this is just two pieces. Let me show you what it looks like really quickly, all flat and folded out. Take all my pins out here. It's a weird shape. So if you wanted to make just a pattern just to have on hand, of course, if you're making it for babies, they grow like crazy. But I mean, that's basically what it looks like, and then you're going to fold it over. So what we're going to do first is take the wrong sides and put them together. Oh, sorry. Wow. If I did it the right side away. Don't pay attention to that. Okay, so these are wrong sides out, good sides in. And what I'm going to do is just put a stitch going this way and a stitch going this way, and this is going to be for the upper band. And then when we turn them this way, after these have been stitched, then we'll take the legs and stitch them going down. And then as you can see, it'll take the shape of a pants. So let's get started with that. I'm going to pin these really quickly so I can make sure everything is neat and put together, because the last thing I want is for something to shift. And then of course when it's time to do the elastic, all I gotta do is just fold it down and, you know, stitch that together. And then so let's get started with this. I'm gonna do this pair of pants first. Other pair of pants would be off camera so you can see them both together. But what I would normally do if this was me, I would probably just go in and sew both of them assembly style and then assembly line style and then make the pants part and then just sew them together. And that way, my frame of mind is doing like the same stuff, if that makes any sense. Because for me to transition to doing the pants after I've just done the top, it throws me off sometimes. So anyway, so once again, I'm just going to go from the top, sew it straight to this little corner, which is like the little crotchy area, and go from there. I'm going to line the end of my fabric. You can see really quickly. Hopefully you can see with the presser foot, and that's only because it'll help me keep a straight stitch. So that way I can know just to keep that fabric on this side right here. Okay, I have finished stitching both sides of the pants, as you can see. And so basically what you would do at this point is widen them out like this, make these parts in the center, as you can see, just kind of open them up. And then here you got your legs. They've already kind of formed, as you can see. So like I said, so I finished it up through to here. And of course, when you sew it, you are going to go through the little point right here, if you can see. So I'm going to do one continuous stitch from this side and then through and then go back to that side. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. So you want it to be one continuous stitch so that way you don't have any holes or anything, because I have done. But here are the pants, as you can see. Very cute, very easy. The no hole in the little center there because I did just a straight stitch. The only thing probably that I look like there's a lot of room. There look like there's a lot of room. Of course, like I said, this is just for a baby, but as you can see, just worked out good. So very easy, like I said. I feel like I keep saying that because it is. It's super easy. So really quickly, I'm just going to do the elastic. Okay guys, I have finished making the casing for the elastic. I ended up making it probably a little too thin, so it's not going to be able to feed a full one in. So I'm just going to fold it over and stick it in there, and I think it'll be just fine. It's going to fit snugly in that place. So in order to feed it through, I'm just using like a safety pin to kind of, and I'm leaving this little opening. So we're going to feed it through, bring the elastic out, stitch it together, and then sew this straight down so that way it could be nice and hidden in there. And then when we just feed it through, I literally just take the pin and, like I said, feed it through. Shouldn't be too difficult to do. So let me do that really quickly. Okay, it is all fed through, as you can see. Nice and elastic now. You want to make sure when you feed it through that you don't let the other side go through, because then you got to start all over again. So I'm just going to go through here really quickly and make sure everything's folded down neatly, just to make sure that it's the right side. Then, like, I'm going to take these two, stitch them together, and then close this down, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've sewed these two together, and I'm just going to tuck it in the pant, and then that way all I got to do is just sew this together, and as you can see, we have the pants done, and then I'll just do the bottom. So I'm going to do that stuff, and I'll be right back with the finished product, or project rather, the finished project. Okay guys, I am finished with these first pair of pants. They came out super cute, as you can see. I'm just surprised. I wish I could time how long it took me to do it, but I had a couple interruptions, as you could hear. And so maybe 15-20 minutes, maybe. And that's like cutting, sewing, fabric, maybe, I don't know. Super easy. Can't wait to get the other ones done. So I'm going to do those off camera and come back. But as you can see, when I was going around, this is the reason why, by the way, this comes in handy to take off. Because when you saw when I was doing the elastic part, I had to kind of go around it. It would have been too wide to keep this on. But when it came to doing the bottom piece, when it came to doing the bottom piece, I totally had to like feed it underneath each other, if that makes any sense, and then try not to sew them together. So it was kind of touch and go. So I'm going to clean up the threads, work on the second one, and then I'll come back when I'm all done and show you the finished products, as well as the little applique we're going to make for the onesie. I still don't know which doggy I'm going to go with yet for that. I'm tempted to use this guy right here. I don't know. He's cute to me. So I will be right back. All right, guys, I am done. The second pair were super easy. Maybe because I wasn't filming, but maybe 10 minutes, maybe. These actually are my favorite. I feel like the print way more cuter in my opinion, and like I said, they came out really cute. So here are the two pants. I did take the onesie and put like a cute little applique on it of one of the dogs that I cut from the fabric. My stitch job isn't the best. I try to do a zigzag stitch going around. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that. It's on there. It's not coming off. So I don't know if you'd rather do like a iron on. The only thing about doing an iron on is as you wash it, it'll probably end up coming off. But I think it came out super cute. I probably would have preferred an actual t-shirt, like a loose open t-shirt. So if I do this project again, I'll do it on a t-shirt. And maybe possibly I could have even done like 3 dogs going across. Or, I don't know, just something like that to make it super cute. So I'm going to try these on him, see how he likes them, and stay tuned for that and some pictures. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, just super easy. I mean, honestly, I could sit there and say this project was free since I had the fabric and everything at home. This is the only one that I bought. And I think when I bought it, I got like a 1/4 yard. I didn't even get like a full half, I don't think. It was a very small sliver. This is pretty much how much fabric I have left. Just like a couple, it's not much left. So my daughter's going to use it to practice sewing, maybe make herself a little pillow. That's what she says she wants to do. So I'm going to give her that. But super easy, like I said, and practically next to nothing. And the whole project may have took me, that's not a word, may have took me maybe 30 minutes. Maybe. I don't know. I said if I didn't have to stop and deal with this guy here who's sitting on my lap, then maybe I would have finished it quicker. But at least he's here. I'm going to try these on, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for pictures, and let me know what you think. And if you plan on doing this project, I would love to see your finished project. Why do I keep wanting to call it a product? Anyway, let me get out of here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.